the headlines. JP Nadar arrives in Imphal ahead of Manipur Assembly polls 2022. Qasim Ali, responsible for smuggling drugs from Manipur to Guwahati, arrested by Delhi police. Imphal commander arrested an active cadre of proscribed pre-Pak Pro with explosive device. And India logs 10,549 new COVID-19 cases, 488 fatalities in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV, your English news bulletin. I'm your host DEEMITA. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Ahead of 2022 Assembly elections in Manipur, BJP President JP Nadar on Thursday arrived in the state. Upon his arrival, Nadar was received by Union Minister and Elections in charge of Manipur, Bhupendra Yadav, parties in charge for Manipur, Shambit Patra, Manipur Chief Minister and Biren, Party State President Sadha Adhikari Mayum and Manipur Commerce and Industries Minister Thongam Biswajit Singh. Nadar is scheduled to attend various events in the state on Friday. These include meetings with sports personalities and ex-servicemen at Hotel Classic Grande Imphal, a virtual address of Himachal Pradesh State Working Committee, attending Go to Village 2.0 program, floral tributes to freedom fighters at Khongjong War Memorial Hall and a public meeting address. Notably, Nadar had earlier visited the state in October this year. BJP came to power in Manipur for the first time in 2017. The tenure of the Manipur Legislative Assembly, which consists of 60 members, is scheduled to end on March 19, 2022. Recently, Union Home Minister Amit Saha led the foundation stone of Rani Gaidinglu Tribal Freedom Fighters Museums in Manipur via video conferencing. MD Qasim Ali, a notorious drug mafia, had been arrested by the special cell of the Delhi police. Qasim Ali is a kingpin of the interstate drug cartels. He is responsible for smuggling heroin and consignment into Guwahati in Assam from Manipur. He also smugglers drug into the Siliguri and Malda in the West Bengal and other parts of the country from Manipur. Ali had carried a reward of Rs 1 lakh. Delhi police said a team of Delhi police special cells had arrested the kingpin of an interstate drug cartels, MD Qasim Ali. He was responsible for smuggling heroin consignment from Manipur to Guwahati, Siliguri and Malda, Delhi police added. A combined team of Commando Imphalis, a unit under the command of Additional SP Operations Imphalis, Roni Mayengbam, led by the Imphal East Commando OC Inspector KH Henry, under the overall supervision of Imphal East District SP and Herojit Maitei, arrested one active member of the proscribed outfit Pre-Pak Pro while conducting mobile frisking and a checking at the northern side of the Korengai Bridge at around 3:35 p.m. yesterday. The arrested person has been identified as 20 years old Nongthombam Abung Maitei, alias Nongdamba, son of N. Nandakumar Maitei of Nongpok Sanjambam Kulen, Imphal East District. Addressing media persons at Imphal East SP Conference Hall, SP N. Herojit said that from the arrestees stated he came to Mantripukhi Korengai area to look for the opportune place to plant an IED to attack security force, particularly Indian Army. On further examinations, it came to learn that the arrestee keep concealed 2 numbers of IEDs at the foothills of Thumbiching, Nongpok Sanjembum, which he brought from Mori. Immediately, a combined team of the Imphalese Commando and a column of 15 Assam Rifles, along with the arrestee, rushed to the said foothills, and on the pointing of the arrestee recovered 2 RDX keg, each weighing 150 grams approximately, 2 RC receiver, circuit board, 2 electric detonator number 33, 29-volt battery Panasonic, and 1 remote control device, and seized the same at the 5:10 p.m. from the spot, that is foothills of Thumbiching, Nongpok Sanjembum. The arrested persons along with seized item had been handed over the Haingang police stations for taking up further legal actions against him, the SP added. President of all Manipur Tamichingmi Apunbalnupilup Ima Yambem Momonlaima appeals to all the citizens of the state to cast their vote to the candidates of their own choice democratically and urge to end all types of conflicts and violence related with the upcoming state assembly election. Ima Momonlaima made the statement at the 30th anniversary of all Manipur Chingmi Tami Apunbalnupilup, which was held at the community halls at the Uripop Yambem Mamang Leirak. She added, it is very important for the people residing in the hills and the valleys to support each other in the time of adversities, and the organizations was formed to unite all the citizens and to create a peaceful state. Also, she mentions about initiatives the organizations has taken up in the past in times of intense COVID outbreak. During the event, the member of the Loop paid rich tributes to the late ex-president Soiba Momonlaima, late ex-General Secretary H. Sanahanbi, and a late ex-Secretary Laifrakpam Madhulaima for their selfless contributions to the organizations. A team of doctors from the REAMS operated successfully on a case of middle third left parasagittal meningioma infiltrating superior sagittal sinus last Saturday, taking nearly 14 hours of the surgery. Most of the latest gadgets of the neurosurgery like CUSA microscope, bipolar cautery, head frame with pins, brain retractors were used. This new digital augmented reality operating neurosurgery microscope is one of the latest from Leica. Special thanks were expressed to all the dedicated teams of the surgeons, anesthesiologists, sisters, technicians, MPW and those who were involved in the operations, as well as to the DREAMS Authority for procurement of latest neurosurgery equipment. Single-day rise of 10,549 new COVID-19 infections in the last 24 hours has pushed India's cumulative total to 3,45,55,431, the Union Health Ministry said on Friday. As many as 488 fatalities in the past 24 hours took the death tolls to 4,67,468. In the same time span, 9,868 recoveries had been recovered, and with that the total numbers of recovery reached 3,39,77,830, while the active case lot stands at 1,10,133. The daily rise in the new coronavirus infections had been below 20,000 for the 49 straight days, and less than 50,000 daily new cases had been reported for 152 consecutive days now. The Health Ministry also said that the active case comprises 0.32% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.33%. A total of 63.71 crore total tests had been conducted so far in the country. Now let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Sayon Hospital na Hagselgi Maikayda awamba ama puraknabagi khongthangda Nambol Bazargi Koring Rota Hospital ama handokuna analaing ipdong chaba piba hosere Medicine, ENT, Gynecology, Orthopedics, Pediatrics na chingba departments kaya amada lying luchathari 24/7 facilities piduna X-ray, ultrasound, special and routine laboratory tests kaya tawbagi kudong chaba su Sayon Hospital asina adong isabu na deyekta na lainaba Laing na bakot-abada at choba tawdang lawduna adong ipisibo nungayay fawa punsiyama uwi na pagipandam tang Didim lambida tang dong tinali ba hospital asina adong ilaing bachumay kayda at choba tawdang lawsay Zion Healthcare and Research Institute, Nambol Makha Koring contact number 0385295671. Rohan Film, cyclist and philanthropist na Cycling for Humanity campaign ni Makada, Kunaya Siki, Sotara Bakang Simu, Timbang Lunalaki. Rated E right na Parkachariba, One Household, One E-Scooter campaign, Sida Sufa, Hena Mapufana ba, Manipur Vikrabastet, Ikoy na sitwasyon tauli ba jaga sa kung nalaban ang jaga na para maduna mayami na magtalay environmental friendly or adong perfect pa e-scooter one household highly productive For more queries, please visit our showroom at Sangay Province Temple, Moyang Palo, or Tabala Topam, and do visit our website arambay2020.com or arambay2020 app.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV English News. A strong and a cellular earthquake of magnitude 6.0 struck the Myanmar-India border regions earlier on the Friday, according to the Euro-Mediterranean Seismological Center (EMSC). According to the alert by the independent organizations and provider of real-time earthquake informations, the earthquake struck 174 km east of Bangladesh, Chittagong, and the tremors were felt as far as in West Bengal, Tripura. As per users' testimonies posted by the EMSC on its website, the earthquake was a long shake for about 30 seconds in most parts of the Kolkata and Guwahati, where the effects were felt. EMSC later pegged the tremor's magnitudes at 5.8 after having earlier given it as a magnitude of 6.0 and said the epicenter was about 126 km southeast of Aizawl in northeast India. According to the National Center for Seismology, the earthquake with a magnitude of 6.1 occurred at 5:15 a.m. The Central Nodal Agency, which monitors earthquake activity in the country, also said its epicenter was at the depth of 12 km and 73 km southeast of the Chenjolan in Mizoram. Heavy rainfall in the catchment areas forced authorities to open the shutters of Idukki Dam thrice, October 29, November 10 and November 14, a first of the sort since the Ark Dam was commissioned in 1973. With many parts of Kerala continuing to get the heavy rainfalls, the latest meteorology show records rainfall this year has been the highest in the 6 decades, and it has also surpassed the 2018 flood of the century. This year, there was a rain in all 3 seasons, winter, summer and monsoons. 7 months received excess rainfalls: January, March, April, May, September, October and November. The highest rainfall recorded this year was in October, 590 mm, and the average for the month is 303 mm. Though expected rainfall during the northeast monsoons October 1st to December 31st is 387.9 mm. This time, the state received 820 mm, which with one more month to go for the seasons to end. Weather experts said a recurring cyclonic circulations is the main reasons for heavy rainfalls. Rain pattern is changing fast in many parts of the country. These are warning signals. We have to realize the impending perils of the climate change and prepare ourselves to meet the challenges. The IMD statistics also show 9 cyclones or major depressions had formed in 2020-2021, out of which 4 were over the Arabian Sea. Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday paid tributes to the martyrs on the 13th anniversaries of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. He saluted the courage of all the security personnel who bravely faced the terrorists in the cowardly attacks. He further added the whole nations will be proud of their braveries and the grateful nations will always be indebted to your sacrifice. The United Kingdom has added 6 African countries to its red travel list and temporarily suspended flights over the concerns about the new coronavirus variant. Sajid Javid, UK Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, made the announcement on Thursday shortly after the World Health Organization gave a briefing about the variant dubbed B.1.1.529. It was initially identified in Botswana. Cases have sprung up there and in South Africa. South Africa, Namibia, Lesotho, Botswana, Eswatini and Zimbabwe are on the red list, which entails that there are more travel restrictions from people who live in the UK. People that don't live in the UK aren't allowed to travel into the UK from these countries. Javid said that the variant hasn't been detected in the UK yet and that its implications are still unclear. But based on the early indications, it may be more transmissible than the Delta variants, and the UK's current vaccines may be less effective against it. Javid said during the briefing that their scientists are deeply concerned about this variant, and that's one of the reasons they have taken up these actions. Professor Tulio de Oliveira, the director of the Center for Epidemic Response and Innovations in South Africa, said during a briefing on Thursday that the newest variant, which will likely be assigned a Greek codename similar to Delta and the formerly dormant Alpha variant by the World Health Organization, has more than 50 mutations overall and more than 30 on the spike protein. The variant seems to be responsible for an uptick in coronavirus cases in South Africa per officials. At least 100 cases had been confirmed through sequencing samples, up from just 10 recorded cases on Wednesday. Starting midday Friday, the UK government is suspending all flights from red list countries until the hotel quarantine system is up and running. The World Health Organization will be meeting on Friday to further analyze the situations. Javid stressed that it's also a real reminder to all that this pandemic is not over. World's oldest person, Francisca Lola Susano, dies in the 124 in the Philippines. Francisca Susano, who is believed to be the oldest person in the world and the last woman alive to be born in the 1800s, died in the Philippines at the age of 124. Born on September 11, 1897, Francisca Susano breathed her last on the evening of November 22, 2021. Francisca's passing was confirmed by the state officials in her home province of Kabankalan, Negros Occidentals. Her official declarations as the oldest person in the world at 124 years old is currently validated by the Guinness World Records. Documents say she was born on September 11, 1897, a year before the Spanish real clean reign over the Philippines. The secret to Lola's long life was believed to be a diet consisting mainly of vegetables with little meat and no pork. She also said drinking no alcohol also played a big role in reaching such a ripe old age, the Sun reports. The record was earlier held by the Lini Calment, Jack Caroline Gonzalez, public information officers for Kabankalan, said the cause of the Lola's death is yet to be determined. He added she would be tested for COVID-19, but that she was not thought to have suffered any symptoms of the virus. For Elite TV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to Elite TV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now let's take a look at the headlines once again. JP Nadar arrives in Imphal ahead of Manipur Assembly poll 2022. Qasim Ali, responsible for smuggling drugs from Manipur to Guwahati, arrested by Delhi police. Imphal East commander arrested an active cadre of proscribed pre-Pak Pro with explosive device. And India logs 10,549 new COVID-19 cases, 488 fatalities in the 24 hours. And that's all for today, 3 p.m. ELITETV English News. Thank you for watching.